Belfast was written and directed by Kenneth Branagh. I watched it on November 11th, 2021, and I really haven't been able to stop thinking about it since then. It was a sincere and superb experience for me. Um, Going into it, I knew virtually nothing about it. I knew Kenneth Branagh's name was attached, and I knew that it was going to be in black and white. I adored nearly every minute of this film, and obviously, like I said, without that much knowledge about the events that it dramatizes beforehand, I had no idea that this was sort of taken from his personal experience and from his own childhood. Uh, but I could tell, and you could probably tell as well, while watching this, that this is his most personal film. I think he's also quoted as saying that, but I mean, you can just feel it. Now, it might be too soon to say, and I'm pretty behind on my new releases, but this might be my second favorite film of the year. It's crazy, but I don't know. This film it made me feel so warm and secure in a lot of scenes, um, and it finds the perfect balance of heart and trauma and laughter and purpose. A lot of the scenes that my cardigan got stuck on Live by Night, which actually I haven't watched yet. I don't know why I own that. Anyways, I don't remember where I was. A lot of the scenes with Buddy and his grandparents were some of my favorites. I'd say those are top tier in the soft, warm, fuzzy feeling category of, bits and pieces that I love from this movie. Oh, I remembered where I was. I was talking about precision, and I just want to say everything in this film looks and feels incredible. I was extremely surprised to find out that the cinematographer was the same guy who shot Thor for Kenneth Branagh some years back. I mean, a myriad of shots from this film are now trapped in my brain behind a barricade of awe and amazement for the way that they paired pretty much flawlessly with the blocking of this film, which is another thing I really enjoyed. It's very clear that Kenneth Branagh's sort of Shakespearean background shines in the way that these houses are kind of set up and the way that the people are sort of placed in the scene. You can tell there are a lot of bits that sort of feel like a stage play. And I did really enjoy that for the most part. There were a couple times where I thought to myself, ooh, are we on a set? But then those moments were few and far between. I think there was only like one or two where I thought about that. And then, like I said, it was gone in an instant. And I was back in Belfast. I was invested. I was in love with a lot of the inhabitants of this little place that I knew nothing about. Now, I'd love to break this film down bit by bit and talk about every shot that I loved in particular, but that would just take way too long. And I would much rather encourage all my friends and people watching this to go see it instead. But I will say, there is a shot of Jamie Dornan that I have just not stopped thinking about for a while. Actually, two shots of Jamie Dornan, actually, which is wild because he was one of my least favorite parts about this movie, but two of my favorite shots are of him and are focused on him. I was absolutely floored by the use of color in this film. I don't want to give too much away. I don't really think I'm going to get really into spoilers for this film. I'm going to try to be as vague as I can so that you guys can go watch and experience it for yourselves. Who knows, maybe down the line I'll make a video essay on this, when it comes out, because I would love to. I would love to talk about this film more. It really feels like Branagh had total and complete creative control and creative freedom to tell his story, and I absolutely adore that. Like, that's my favorite thing. I love when filmmakers are able to create their visions and they're not sort of muddied or changed by studio interference or what have you. And I know that to me, this seems like it was a little bit of a smaller film, so there wouldn't necessarily be that much studio interference anyways, especially since this source material is quite literally very near and dear to Branagh's heart, so I don't think anyone would want to step in and try to change the way that it was or the way that it looked or what have you. So that was another part of this film that just made me really happy on the inside. Nearly every performance in this film was amazing. I think everybody was pretty much perfectly cast for their role. The only one that I had a little bit of problems with, like I said earlier, was Jamie Dornan. Um, Again, he wasn't terrible. I don't think it detracted too much from the film and my enjoyment of it, clearly. Now, I do have a friend, Tommy, who pointed out in his Letterboxd review that he was quite infuriated and upset with a piece in the third act. And when I tell you it did not register in my brain until days later and I read that Letterboxd review, I mean, I was not even thinking about it because I was so invested in it. I was like, this is amazing. I love this. Um, so yeah, Tommy, if you're watching this, if you watch this far, I get it. That makes sense. I don't know if that's how it actually happened. Who knows? Like I said, this is all Kenneth Branagh's story. This is all his experience. So it does seem crazy and maybe a little stupid, but it's possible that that's what happened. So right now, I'm just gonna suspend my disbelief and just say I love this movie. I love this movie with all my heart. I want to hug every member of this family. Um, yeah. Uh, I guess what I'm saying is if you have a chance to go see Belfast, or when it comes out, if you have a chance to watch it, if you have like 95 minutes, which I didn't even mention this before, but oh my god, what a runtime. We love that. I highly recommend doing so. And if you have seen Belfast, or if you are wanting to see Belfast, or if you have any other opinions about this movie, whether you have or haven't seen it, I guess, or any other movie, or if there's a movie that you want me to talk about, let me know down in the comments below. I think in between some of my newer movie reviews, I'll dive back on my Letterboxd and find some older movies and maybe talk about some others in between. Because like I said, I'm pretty behind on my new releases. I'm trying to catch up here. I'm doing my best. But yeah, go see Belfast. 4.5 stars out of 5. And a heart. You know there was going to be a heart. Anyways, you guys know the drill. I will see you next time I watch a movie. Bye.